Hey guys, Steve Welch here. So I wanted to approach something here that a lot of people might not think about, and see if you guys think about it too. And if this helps you, definitely give me that subscribe. I definitely appreciate that. But you see this car behind me, it's got a hitch on it. Now this is a Highlander, right? So you got a 5,000 pound tow rating with it. You put a hitch on there, you got your wiring on there and everything like that. But a lot of times people might not think about that actually installing a hitch on a vehicle, it's not just about what you can tow. There's actually another reason to do it, and I kind of wanted to approach that real quick. So I put a hitch on my wife's Highlander, right? And like I said, this one can tow 5,000 pounds, but say you're on something like a RAV4, right? You put a RAV4 on there, you put the hitch on there, you're maybe 1,500 pounds, 1,750, 3,500 pounds, depending on the RAV4, right? Other vehicles that are out there, there's some that have, I mean, a Corolla. You have no tow rating really on something like that, but they still offer activity mounts or hitches. And a reason that you might want to put one on here might surprise you. And the whole reason I put it on my wife's car was just in case there's ever a rear end accident, I wanted more structure in the back. Now, where did I come up with the idea? Because it's not my idea, right? Where did I come up with it? Well, if you go back, in time, look at, there was some Jeep issues. I know there was some General Motors issues that were out there to where they had problems that somebody would rear end and the fuel tank was actually leaking when somebody would get rear-ended. Their whole thought process was, rather than restructure the whole car or do a big recall, they added the structure of a hitch, and it actually made it strong enough, and that's arguable, right? But it actually made it strong enough, at least for them to be good with it, and for all of the governmental powers that be to be good with it. By having the extra structure of the hitch there, it made it strong enough to where in an accident, it was going to be able to pass the safety concerns that came through. So if you're looking at a vehicle, now obviously you might be thinking, hey, I can put a bike rack in there, right? I can put a like a little scooter, little rack on there. Maybe you're going on a trip and there's some of those racks that slide in there, and you can put some things that you might want to bring with you on your vacation, strap them down to the back. You can do that kind of stuff with the hitch too. That's not really mainstream thinking of what you can do with the hitch. But the main reason that I'd want a hitch on a vehicle, and that I did put a hitch on a vehicle that didn't have one, was because I wanted the added structure there. Because nowadays you got all these people out there that are driving looking at their phone, right? They're lighting a cigarette, not paying attention to the car ahead of them. All these things that people do, talking to their friends with, looking at them while you talk to them. Look at the road, they can still hear you, right? All those things that people keep doing, and then they end up rear-ending you. I got rear-ended at a stoplight where I was stopped. The lady was looking backwards while she was driving forwards and rear-ended me, right? So I've got my dash cam video out about that. But all these reasons that you can have that, and obviously the one where I got bumped wasn't a big deal, right? For the extra structure wouldn't have done anything. But if you get somebody that hits you hard in the back, that hitch is bolted to the frame, and I can show you what it looks like. But that hitch is bolted to the frame, and by being bolted to the frame, it becomes an additional structural piece of the vehicle. It's not designed to take an impact. Don't get me wrong. It's not designed to be a bumper or anything like that. And I'm not saying take your bumpers off, put a hitch on there and you're good. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that in my mind, adding a hitch and the extra structure from a hitch, it makes all kinds of sense. I mean, if this thing can tow 5,000 pounds, how much can it take in an impact? I mean, like I said, it's not designed for that, but man, it's a really good idea. That what I would do, no matter who I put in one, is I'd be putting a hitch on the car. And you can buy them without them. You can buy them from the factory with them. You can get them aftermarket. But if it was a vehicle that didn't have a hitch, and it's especially an SUV, you have the usefulness of having the hitch, and also the added structure. And what I'll do is I'll actually come down here and I'll show you why I'm saying this, right? So I'm on the ground here, right? So you see all your welds, everything, you even have a step right here, right? But if you're under the vehicle, right, you see your hitch tube, right, goes all the way over to the frame, right? And on the opposite side, we'll kind of, show you here from over my head. But basically you're seeing this tube, right? You're going all over the frame. There's a bumper up there and all that, but you're adding additional structure to the underside or to the backside of your vehicle. And I think And I think that that's a good idea. So you guys tell me what you guys think. Would you add a hitch to your car just as kind of an added little piece of reassurance that hopefully if you get hit, number one, maybe it doesn't injure you as bad. Maybe you can, you know, save the car a little bit more, right? But, you know, just an added level of safety, security, all the fun stuff. Plus, if you hit right here and the only thing you got to change is this hitch and you're not changing a bunch of panels, you get your car back from the body shop quicker. Something else to think about, right? So if it doesn't do as much damage, you get it back quicker. I mean, realistically, I think it's a really good idea, but you guys tell me what you think. So Steve Welch here, showing you another reason that you might want to add a hitch to almost anything. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.